Canada changing schools? International students must get new study permit. Canada's immigration landscape continues to evolve in May 2025, with critical updates for international students, express entry candidates, and visa applicants. Here's a snapshot of the latest developments affecting newcomers and travelers. If you are interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. International students in Canada must apply for a new study permit before transferring to a different school, beginning May 1, 2025. This policy marks a shift from earlier rules, where students could change their designated learning institution by simply updating their records through Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, as per a report by CIC News. The new rule was first introduced on November 8, 2024, and interim measures were allowed until April 30, 2025. Under the new system, students must wait for a decision on their study permit extension application before beginning studies at a new DLI. Failure to comply may result in violations of study permit conditions. The IRCC has outlined specific scenarios where students are now required to apply for a new permit. These include changing DLIs at the post-secondary level or transferring from secondary to post-secondary institutions. However, students changing programs within the same DLI or moving within primary and secondary levels generally do not require a new permit unless their current permit contains restrictions. According to the CIC News report, some exceptions still apply. Students facing unexpected circumstances such as school closure, program cancellation, or the DLI losing its approved status may begin their studies at a new DLI while their permit extension is being processed, provided they remain in Canada and continue meeting the terms of their original permit. The study permit extension process involves applying through the IRCC website. Students must submit Form IMM 5709, copies of their passport and current study permit, proof of acceptance at the new DLI, evidence of financial support, and academic transcripts. A valid provincial or territorial attestation letter, PAL or TAL, and a letter explaining the reason for the transfer must also be included. As per the IRCC regulations, students must apply for a study permit extension at least 30 days before their current permit expires. If studies finish early, the permit will expire either on the printed expiry date or 90 days after program completion, whichever comes first. If studies continue beyond the permit's original expiry, a timely extension request is required. Permits can only be extended within the validity period of the applicant's passport. Students are advised to ensure their passports do not expire around the same time they intend to file for an extension. While awaiting IRCC's decision, students who submit their extension request before the expiry of their current permit may continue their studies under existing conditions. However, they must remain in Canada during this period. The updated rules are part of ongoing efforts by Canadian immigration authorities to tighten oversight of the international student program and improve compliance with study permit conditions. First express entry draw of May 2025 sent 1,000 PR invitations. On May 1, 2025, IRCC conducted its first express entry draw of the month, inviting 1,000 candidates to apply for permanent residency. This is also the first round of invitations targeting profiles qualifying under the new education category introduced this year. Candidates with the comprehensive ranking system score of 479 or above received the invitations in today's draw. Below are the full details of the Express Entry Draw today, CRS score distribution in the pool, how Express Entry works, and how to boost your CRS score for the next round of invitations. Full details of the Express Entry Draw today. Category: 5 Education Occupations. Date and time: May 1, 2025. CRS score of lowest ranked candidate invited: 479. Number of invitations issued: 1,000. Rank needed: 1,000 or above. Tie-breaking rule: August 10, 2024, at 10:35 and 55 seconds Universal Time Coordinated. CRS score distribution in the pool. Full list of occupations eligible for education category. Job offer points removed. The Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada removed CRS points for job offers from the express entry system in March, a change that's left applicants buzzing. Previously, a valid job offer from a Canadian employer could add 50 to 200 points to a candidate's comprehensive ranking system score, giving a significant edge in the competitive pool. This decision, likely aimed at leveling the playing field and prioritizing skills over employer ties, means candidates must now lean harder on factors like education, language proficiency, and work experience to boost their scores. While it's a setback for those relying on job offer points, it could potentially expand opportunities for highly skilled applicants who were falling behind due to illegally purchasing job offers to boost their CRS score. Breaking down the Express Entry system, how it works. If you're new to the Express Entry hype, let's break it down. Launched in 2015, this system revolutionized how Canada selects economic immigrants. It's fast, efficient, and dare we say it, pretty darn competitive. Here's the gist. Create a profile. Eligible candidates submit an expression of interest online, detailing their skills, education, work history, and language abilities, English and/or French. Get a CRS score. The system assigns a score out of 1,200 based on core factors: age, education, work experience, language proficiency, and bonus points, e.g., a Canadian job offer, provincial nomination, or French skills. Enter the pool. Your profile joins thousands of others in the Express Entry pool, where you're ranked against fellow hopefuls. Wait for a draw. IRCC holds draws roughly every 2 weeks, setting a CRS cutoff. If your score meets or exceeds it, you get an ITA. Apply for PR. With an ITA in hand, you've got 60 days to submit a full application. IRCC aims to process most applications within 6 months. How to boost your CRS score for the next draw? Missed out on May 1st? Don't sweat it, another draw is likely just 2 weeks away. The Express Entry pool is a battlefield, and your CRS score is your weapon. Here's how to sharpen it. Ace your language tests. Higher scores on IELTS, CELPIP, English, or TEF/TCF, French, can add up to 160 points. Retake if needed, every point counts. Gain more work experience. An extra year of skilled work, in Canada or abroad, can bump your score by 10 to 50 points, depending on your age. Level up your education. A master's or PhD adds 15 to 30 points over a bachelor's. Get your credentials assessed via an educational credential assessment if studied abroad. Learn French. Even basic proficiency can net you 30 bonus points if English is your first language. Fluency? That's up to 50 points. Secure a job offer. A valid Canadian job offer in a skilled occupation adds 50 to 200 points, depending on the role. Chase a provincial nomination. A PNP nod is the holy grail, 600 extra points, pushing you to the top of the pool. Canada visa time, 18 days for Indian tourists, 8 weeks for students. Are you planning to visit Canada or are waiting for an immigration decision? The Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada released the latest processing times, updated on April 30, 2025. Indian tourists can expect a Canada visitor visa in about 18 days, while Indian students applying for a study permit from outside Canada are currently seeing processing times of 8 weeks. Permanent residency applications under the economic class for Indians, such as the Canadian Experience Class and Federal Skilled Worker Program, are mostly being processed within 5 to 6 months. Since 2022, IRCC has shifted to real-time data for a more accurate estimate of application processing, scrapping the old service standards. Updates for citizenship, permanent residence, and family sponsorships now come monthly, while PR cards and temporary visas are refreshed weekly. According to IRCC, the timelines reflect 80% of cases and are adjusted based on application volumes and available resources. Take a look at the current figures compared to last month. Canada citizenship processing times. Citizenship grant, 8 months, reduced by 1 month. Citizenship certificate, for proof 3 months, reduced by 1 month. Resumption of citizenship, not enough data. Renunciation of citizenship, 8 months, reduced by 2 months. Search of citizenship records, 15 months, reduced by 1 month. Do note that delays may occur for citizenship certificates requested from outside Canada or the United States, according to IRCC. IRCC also said that acknowledgement of receipt notices are now being sent for applications filed around March 24, 2025. Canada, permanent resident cards. New PR card, 19 days, up by 1 day. PR card renewal, 10 days, up by 1 day. Family sponsorship processing times. Spouse/common law partner, outside Canada, non-Quebec 11 months, no change. Spouse/common law partner, outside Canada, Quebec 35 months, no change. Spouse/common law partner, inside Canada, non-Quebec 24 months, no change. Spouse/common law partner, inside Canada, Quebec 36 months, increased by 1 month. Parents and grandparents, non-Quebec 36 months, increased by 3 months. Parents and grandparents, Quebec 48 months, no change. Canadian passport processing times. In-person application, within Canada 10 business days, no change. Mail-in application, within Canada 20 business days, no change. Urgent pickup, by end of next business day, no change. Express pickup, 2 to 9 business days, no change. Application from outside Canada, 20 business days, no change. Permanent residency, economic classes. Canadian experience class, 5 months, no change. Federal Skilled Worker Program, 6 months, increased by 1 month. Federal Skilled Trades Program, not enough data. Provincial Nominee Program via Express Entry, 6 months, reduced by 1 month. Non-Express Entry PNP, 21 months, no change. Quebec Skilled Workers, QSW 9 months, no change. Quebec Business Class, 72 months, increased by 1 month. Federal Self-Employed Persons, 50 months, increased by 1 month. Atlantic Immigration Program, 11 months, increased by 1 month. Startup Visa, 40 months, no change. Temporary Resident Visa Processing Times. Visitor Visa Applications outside Canada. India, 18 days, no change. United States, 17 days, no change. Nigeria, 93 days, reduced by 10 days. Pakistan, 23 days, increased by 1 day. Philippines, 25 days, increased by 3 days. Other temporary categories. Visitor visa from inside Canada, 17 days, increased by 1 day. Visitor visa extension, 140 days, increased by 10 days. Super visa for parents and grandparents. India, 127 days, reduced by 2 days. United States, 94 days, increased by 4 days. Nigeria, 61 days, increased by 7 days. Pakistan, 138 days, increased by 5 days. Philippines, 119 days, increased by 5 days. Study permit applications. From India, 8 weeks, reduced by 1 week. From United States, 4 weeks, reduced by 1 week. From Nigeria, 6 weeks, no change. From Pakistan, 8 weeks, no change. From Philippines, 10 weeks, increased by 3 weeks. Other timelines. Study permit from inside Canada, 4 weeks, no change. Study permit extension, 220 days, increased by 13 days. Work permits. From India, 18 weeks, no change. From United States, 17 weeks, reduced by 64 weeks. From Nigeria, 9 weeks, no change. From Pakistan, 8 weeks, no change. From Philippines, 7 weeks, increased by 1 week. Other categories. Work permit from inside Canada, 227 days, increased by 9 days. Seasonal Agricultural Worker Program, 11 days, no change. International Experience Canada, 4 weeks, no change. Electronic Travel Authorization, processed within 5 minutes in most cases, although some may take up to 72 hours. May 2025, State of the Express Entry Pool. After maintaining a steady rhythm of 4 draws in February and March, Express Entry activity slowed noticeably in April, with fewer invitations issued across fewer rounds. April saw the issuance of 1,246 invitations to apply across a total of 2 draws, with Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada targeting provincial nominee program candidates for both. While the Immigration Department continues to prioritize PNP draws consistent with recent trends, the absence of French language proficiency and Canadian experience class draws marks a clear departure from the department's established patterns earlier in 2025. Thus far in 2025, IRCC has issued 4,079 ITAs to PNP candidates through express entry draws. IRCC has already held the first draw of May, inviting educational professionals through the express entry system for the first time. This video will cover the draws that took place in April, the current distribution of scores within the express entry candidate pool, and how your comprehensive ranking system score ranks against other candidates in the pool. What draws took place in April? April was limited to 2 PNP-specific draws, resulting in a combined 1,246 ITAs issued by the Immigration Department. Cut-off scores for each of the 2 draws were in the 700s. Overall, the number of ITAs issued in April was significantly lower than in any of the previous 3 months. April saw fewer than 1/10 the number of ITAs that were issued just a month prior. The quantity of draws and number of issuances in April most closely resemble figures from draws that occurred as far back as May 2022, which also only saw 2 PNP draws and had a similar combined total of 1,135 ITAs issued. Despite IRCC's February 27 announcement that CEC candidates would be prioritized for express entry ITAs throughout 2025, no CEC-specific draws have taken place since February 5. What is the current distribution of scores in the express entry pool? The table below breaks down the number of candidates within each score range as of April 27, 2025. Overall, there are 2,391 more candidate profiles in the pool at the start of May, as compared to April 14, the closest draw date to the start of April. For enhanced clarity and easier comparison, this data is also presented below as a bar graph. Of note is that the number of candidates in all CRS score ranges up to 471 to 480 increased since the beginning of March, while the number of candidates in each subsequent score range decreased. This decrease may be attributed to IRCC's recent decision to remove CRS points for arranged employment as of March 25, 2025. With candidates no longer receiving 50 or 200 points for arranged employment, there is a lower number of candidates with scores of 481 or higher. How do scores in the express entry pool rank against each other? The table below provides the current distribution of CRS scores within the express entry pool as of April 27, 2025. It includes the percentile ranges for each score boundary, as well as the proportion of candidates in each score range relative to the total pool. Candidates in the express entry pool can use this table to see where their CRS score stands relative to other candidates currently in the pool. Methodology: the percentile scores in the table below were calculated for the upper boundaries of each CRS score range, indicating the share of candidates at or below that score. Percentiles are shown as ranges to improve comprehension, indicating that candidates within each CRS score band fall somewhere between the corresponding percentile values. As Canada's immigration system adjusts to new demands, recent updates highlight the need for careful planning by students, skilled workers, and visitors alike. Policy shifts and processing time changes can directly affect your timelines and next steps. Staying informed is essential for a smooth and successful journey. Keep following trusted updates to stay ahead. That is all for today, in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next video. Till then, take care.